In this video, I'm going to try to explain how to install a pre-slope on a concrete floor. This is different to what you would do on a plywood subfloor, so this is only for a concrete subfloor. And to start, we have obviously the three-piece drain, which is here. You got the top part, which is a adjustable drain. You can adjust this to whatever height you need. And then there's a clamping ring, which is right here, which you remove, and that goes clamps the liner to the bottom part of the drain. The first thing you need to do is remove the clamping ring, and you want to take this clamping ring out and take out the bolts as well. And this plumber actually screwed things up a little bit, because when he installed this, he didn't leave me much room at the base to install my pre-slope, but I'll just deal with it, and I'll tell you how I do that in a minute. Once the clamping drain is removed, what you want to do is you want to stuff a rag in the drain, whatever. You just want to protect the drain from having anything go down it. And then you want to put some tape of some kind over the holes for the bolts to also protect those from getting filled with mud. Then once that is done, then you can start spreading some thinset on the base where the pre-slope is going to go. Now the reason you do this, now this is a polymer modified thinset. You spread this thinset is so that the mud of the pre-slope bonds to the concrete subfloor, because in some places, especially near the drain, it's going to be very, very thin. So you don't want to break it out, and you want to have a nice solid foundation for the mud. So once you spread all your thinset around, you can use a square notch trowel, like a 1/4 inch or even smaller. It doesn't have to be a really thick bed, because once you put the mud on top of this thinset, it's going to combine, and it's just going to stick together and become all one piece. So this is the first step. You spread the polymer modified thinset. Your thinset spread, it's time to install the mud. Now in this case, I had to mix it a little wetter than I normally would, and I also mixed it with a latex additive. This is just a sand topping mix by Quikrete, and I use a latex additive. Now the reason I had to mix this a little wetter than normal is because of the very low drain. So I needed it to be able to almost work it down to nothing at the drain. So anyway, when you're installing this mud, you want it to from the furthest point to the drain, you want it to be at a pitch of about 1/4 inch per foot, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be functional, because this all is going to get covered by the liner and then another mud pack on top. Fill in the mud and go from the walls to the center, and you're going to screed it down with a wooden float, piece of 2x4, your level, whatever. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional. And in the end, you want to have a slope of about 1/4 inch per foot going down to the drain. And at the drain, the mud is going to have to be even with that piece of drain. So you want it to be smooth transition from the mud to the drain. And so you just, pack it in, screed it out, and then smooth it with the trowel. And basically that's just what you're going to be doing. And you don't try not to get any low spots between the wall and the drain. You don't want any dips. You want it to be like a smooth transition all the way to the drain. Like I said, doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be functional. And so just keep on working at screeding and smoothing, screeding and smoothing. Once it's all said and done, this is what you should have. You should have something that looks like this. Nice and smooth and all pitched down towards the drain. You let it set overnight, and I'm just going to show you what I have here. And as you can see, it's the pre-slope is pitched down towards the drain all the way around. And just going to lift this other end here so you can see that it's got a nice pitch down, so it's sloped in towards the drain all the way around.